Hello, hello, hello. I forgot to work on that thing we talked about. I'll work on it. I'll make sure to work on it probably today. Maybe not. I have to also work on D&D today. We'll figure it out. It'll be done before next week. Let's say that. Of just like tracking the incident rates. Well, we still have 30 seconds of ads, so can you even hear me? Are you even subbed? You are subbed. Okay, alright, you're a good sub. Alright, hold on. I'm talking to some people on Discord about random bullshit. Oh, well, I have to respond to Logi. Hold on. Logi doesn't know what cordyceps are. Cordyceps are the mushrooms from Last of Us. There we go. Crazy word. Didn't know. Yeah. Cordyceps. Oh, what is Rice saying? I still wonder why the sub icon is a palm tree. I always think that it reminds me of Goaty, but whatever. But yeah, cordyceps were the inspiration for the cordyceps infection in The Last of Us. Because in real life, cordyceps, what they currently do is they will take over like an ant's nervous system. And then it'll make the ant go as high as it can. And then it'll basically sprout from the ant and release its spores all over the place from that high vantage point to try its best to go ahead and infect other ants. So that's the real life way that cordyceps works. And then obviously in The Last of Us, they just turned it into human zombie stuff. Well, you could have said that in chat. You can save your reputation in chat, not with me. I like explaining things, alright? You gave me a chance to explain cordyceps, which is cool. Y'all, I'm trying real hard not to spend $60 on random video games. Somebody save me. Can we just talk about what's going on? Why is Zoomer talking about a boomer game, though? What's a boomer game? I'm talking about a boomer game? Where? Oh, Last of Us is a boomer game? Okay, bitch. I fucking hate you, Rice. Your character in Space Scum yesterday was such a fucking asshole. You don't understand. I felt like you were still here while you were gone. It really felt like you were still with us. Oh, can I not show? Can I not show my Discord? Is it not gonna let me? This is bullshit. Wait, no, I can't. Or not my Discord, my Steam. Y'all, is there anything on here that I can't show you? I think we're fine. Save me. Don't let me do this. Do not let me do this. Y'all, don't let me do this. Don't let me do this. Do not. Whatever you do, do not let me do that. No, shut up. Goodbye. No, stop looking. Evil. Hi, Mog. Welcome in. Let's play video games and not talk about buying video games, huh? Kingdom Hearts and Masterpiece don't belong in the same sentence? How dare you? How fucking dare you? It has to be a masterpiece because it's so complicated. Only masterpieces are allowed to be that complicated. It's that simple. The more comp it locates, the more masterpiece it is. All right, let's actually go. Let's actually go. Here we go. I have the game up. The game is up. Go away for now. Cool. All right, we're in. We're in. I'm a level 5 wizard. We got all of these cool people. We can go check out what's going on. Oh, it's almost time. I guess we just jumped in. I didn't realize that I was going to skip Chris's notes, but it's okay. I can give my own notes. So previously, we had stopped the... Sorry, do we still have music playing? Yeah, let's turn that off. Cool. Previously, we had stopped the cult assassination hit on me. A level 5 Lizard. You know, maybe I'll spend 20 bucks on Gecko God instead. You're so right, Rice. But we had stopped the cult assassination hit. She broke her contract with her patron, and we found her patron as the little toilet monster inside of this thing. We need to talk to the toilet monster in order to get some stuff done, maybe to make our own deal and become the toilet monster's warlock in the outside world. We'll see how that all goes, but we do need to talk to the toilet monster to help me, I think, get to where the assassin went. The assassin? The fireball bitch, you know. The cause of all of the problems, not the cult assassin. The person who killed the elf. It was the Draken who first broke the Beast of Jor. Okay. What is this? Huh. Looks like some type of tourney. Fun? Interesting. I saw recently that people were talking about how, like, in the medieval days, monks were not drawing their personas and, you know, making all of this bullshit. And someone's like, you do know that the French word for fox was changed because of monks writing stories about a little fox guy, right? We do love a little Renard. Sic semper tyrannis. Damn, is that Snell Julius Caesar? And isn't that's also what they said when that's also what they said when they killed Abraham Lincoln, right? Oh gee, what a strange bodic nonsense these Snells cooked up. What a cool little dude. He got like a bow really going off on that little loot thing. Sic semper tyrannis. I don't think I would have been able to figure out what the fuck was going on if I was in that theater when they got Abraham Lincoln, right? Like, if I just heard a big bang, then a top hat went flying into the audience, and then some guy broke his fucking leg. I heard the big snap, and he fucking starts speaking Latin at me. I would just go, this is a really weird thing that the director has put on, huh? Oh, I should have buffed my charisma before doing that, whatever. He has a greater esoteric vision. He's like me when I'm playing CK3. Ryan, hello. I'm so polite. What secrets could I give? That is a question you know well the answer to. Yet you just make something up? A creature will know. What you want to hear is just for him to tell you why he was trying to kill you, right? That's the main secret, yes. However, do you have what it takes to actually share a deep part of yourself with this Abomination. Come up with an argument as to why the information about him trying to kill you isn't a worthy secret. This Fall Realm beast might be savage in nature, but his demeanor is at least an attempt at civility. He will listen to a good argument, something that brings you into his favor, if he were to offer a bit more. Goodbye, Rice. You fell into decadence, which is what I always expect from someone like you. One piece of information for free. Mr. Everglad, I don't mean to speak for you, however, your offer of potential knowledge would be much more interesting if you were to grant me a solid taste test, is it not? Ah, you make a good point. But more than that, you make it sound as if you are quite happy about the idea of working with me, which I enjoy. So sure, I'll grant you a piece. For free. Now, you wish to hear why. Why'd you send your Warlock to kill me? Lets out a grumble and squints the many eyes. Let me tell you about the Blood Tongue prophecy. Just listen. A night, dark as ink. Some years past, a young scribe is overcome with maddening visions. On the morrow, the writing is recovered and kept secret by the council, yet the whispers of its content reached me nonetheless. I will not share its content in full, as that is an all too valuable secret, but I shall share this one passage. Scent of Ukul, midst flame amiss, a loyal death upon the day of suffrage consumed, laid at the feet of necrocratic doom. 1,000 clamors for iron's wrath, all wrought and sundered trove beneath stone, their time itself as witness standeth mute. First by west, south, east, then north, an esoteric era marked forth. Huh. Interesting. Loyal death upon the day of suffrage consumed. Necrocratic. Interesting. Iron's wrath. Alright. Sounds like divine era scripture. The words of fate. Ukul leaves. Necrocrat, like necrocracy. Yes, he opened his maw and clicked his fingers together. It is, as unlikely as it appears, confirmed to be a truthful prophecy. Not yet come to pass fully, of course, as we are in fact not in an esoteric era born true, since the ebb still lingers. Elaborate, now. I wish the ebb to end. I saw in this prophecy my part to play. I saw the truth I could create, to bring about this fire to the legislative mass, a plot brought by the Mender's followers, the Ilum elves. Yeah. Huh. I chose to support a player in this game of intrigue, the one you seek, this rogue spellcaster you hunt. You know who I'm after? Of course, I know most things to know. What can I trade to have you tell me? I'm afraid to say nothing. Do not worry. You will find out in time. You tried to kill me to stop me from finding him. His tentacles snap around the cistern. Freya was to destroy this government. Cleric sent to investigate. To make sure the prophecy was given the space it needs to breathe. There was no doubt in my mind of this plan of action. Until you stepped into my chamber here. I see more than truth in you. It is obvious. I backed the wrong guy. Now I will look upon you instead. Ryan. Thanks. You are welcome. Bring me my esoteric era, Ragan. I am fully convinced you will. He is not interested in debate here. He's not even interested in your opinion. This guy literally just wants to watch you do whatever it is you're going to do. How ominous. An aberration obsessed with fate. This will surely haunt you. Oh my god, I can ask what gender it is. Have you seen a paladin down here? You ask of the last paladin of your fated god. Did I just sell you my soul? Sadly, I cannot offer a deal here. Your Lord Gorm, this malicious paladin, you have already found a stash in the city below. That's all you will find upon this material realm. Okay. Yeah, but I can't say more. The monster smiles, as always. God, I love space aliens. I love space aliens. That's the thing, you know, that I think when people are trying to understand, like, Lovecraft, they're not generally getting the full picture, because you have to go for a moment. Alright, have a good one, Logi. I'm gonna talk about Lovecraft. You don't need to be here for this. You don't need to hear about the ramblings of a racist New Englander. Like, the big wars in Warcraft are between, like, corporeal alien creatures, which are sort of the, like, progenitors of man, and then weird tentacle ghosts. Like, it is literally, like, flesh versus... It's body versus soul. Lovecraft is body versus soul, and the things that we can't understand are both, but, like, there is very much that sort of, dualistic distinction you have between the sort of great old ones and, I can't remember what the sort of, like, Cthulhu sort of things are called. But that is a distinction throughout all stories, and it's there, and people aren't really getting that when they're just like, oh, Cthulhu is a dragon man, tentacle boy. And I also typically feel like Cthulhu is hardly ever presented as a dragon. What we typically present Cthulhu as, I don't think is as dragon-esque as my brain wants him to look. Alright. Are you illegally influencing the election? No. Are you legally influencing the election? No, not that either. I played my part. Unolosha Menathern. Fate cannot sway. What? You hear the growl coming deeper this time. Deep from its mind. You humans. The humans. They are played not by me. The toxin of ideology seeps more thoroughly through their veins. It swarms slowly, then quickly, and then it subsumes an invisible force. You think they're bad for us? Ideas are infectious. They creep from minds, crafting memes with poisonous power. Yo, they're crafting memes. If I had such control, we would be one, you and I. But alas, it is beyond even my reach. Perhaps, through indulging in your secrets, I, too, am a puppet of your collective dreams. The idea makes me incendiary, explosive. Is he ranting? Isn't that what you're doing, controlling people with information? It growls. To some sense, yes. This is all simply my frustration against sentience itself, I suppose. However, simply by being aware of a problem, one can envision and unveil new powers of thought, including the ability to view past the illusion of choice. Not too dissimilar from Jor's viewing, I imagine, to watch the strings of fate collide and fray across the eras. Stare. You keep on thinking, Naru. As will I. The time of ours will arrive with thunder and grim tidings one day. Once we both understand why and how these thoughts are controlling us, it is the start of the esoteric era. Do not forget, Naru. The gate shall rebuild. Stare. We will see once the blood is proven. You see his grin go wider than ever before. Thank you for the knowledge, dragon. What did you give him? You mostly just listened, but hey. I don't know if I appreciate far realm villains more than I appreciate Fey villains. Because I like the sort of like mercurial sort of like way of playing a Fey. And that's kind of what we're getting here with this weird smiling creature. It is dipping a little bit into like fairy territory, while being a weird space alien thing. And I think for the most part I've used, I think my biggest villain was a far realm villain, whereas I have been using a bit more Fey stuff recently, but I don't feel like it gets there. Hi Ahsoka, we're playing some Esoteric Ebb. It is like Disco Elysium, but for 5e D&D. I'm talking to a weird space alien. Can you tell me about yourself? About me, Naru. Oh, you can assume me, to be someone who loves to share. However, that kind of information would require a deal that cannot be given for free. Offer a secret, and I will tell. What gender are you? My kind does not partake in those ideas, Naru. However, on your spectrum, it has been decided that I am he, reasons beyond even my ability to behold. Your decides. For creatures where biology does not determine it, it is entirely an aesthetic determination. Yes, this is also something I have done in my D&D games, of like an angel who is a man, which I don't think angels have genders. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And so like there is like this super sort of like overcompensation of masculinity in that character because he has to prove he is a man while not having a sex, because why would an angel have a sex? I offer myself. Hop into bed, eyeball man. Real. We're asking the gender so I can have sex with him. True. If I sign your contract, can you give me your eye boots? Become my next warlock. Has one major boon, of course. Knowledge. What would I have to do for you? Oh, nothing that should interfere with your life, or goals, or sexuality. Sometimes I might ask for some minor tasks to be completed. Nothing straight away, of course. What kind of tasks? Eavesdropping in a place I do not have access? Let me see. I feel like my limiter isn't working, because I'm seeing some weird peaks on the mic. Hold on. Mess with all of my filters. Okay. Alright, the filters should be back up. Hopefully we should not have some annoying little peaks going on. I'm also going to turn down the gain a little bit. Okay. Delivering messages to important people, handling artifacts at times, minor gigs, as they say. I do love the gig economy. No warlock magic powers? Of course, in time. I will not promise you pure power. That is very much a misleading thing to do. Also, how you doing, Cry? You might be suitable for far realm magic. You also might not. I'm most likely very suitable for any type of magic. Perhaps, but I will not know until the contract is signed, so I will not promise anything I cannot deliver. Well, at least that sounds kind of nice. Isn't it illegal to serve aberrations? Somewhat. Actually, in Norvikian code, there's some clauses about fiendish cults as well as far realm creatures. So sadly, yes, I am an illegal entity. Bro is just trying to turn us down kindly. No, Bro is not turning us down kindly. Bro is explaining that if I get involved with him, the FBI is gonna show up to my door and I'm going to have to lie about what my relationship is. All right, I need to get a beard so that when they come, I can say that I'm having an affair with the eyeball man, and I'm not actually in cahoots with him. He's only my partner in the bedroom, not my partner in crime. He is offering me a Bonnie and Clyde type of situation on the low. Even speaking to me without reporting it is illegal. Of course, if you were to report my existence, I can guarantee you it would not end well for you. Listen, we do the devil tango, but when the boys in blue come, we give up nothing. What's the other duo from that movie? What? Is it Mickey and Mallory? I don't even remember what the movie is. Is it Mickey, Mallory? Are those the two? I can't remember what movie that's from. Got it. Good. I'm just remembering a song lyric referencing a movie that I've never seen. If you wish to not work with me, I suggest you simply stay quiet and live your life as normal. Nothing bad will happen in that case. You should not mess with this thing. He's clear about it, at least. If only you were stronger. If the only choice now is either to bend or to leave. Okay. I'll bend over if that's really what you need. Natural born killers? That might be it. Is that Mickey and Mallory? I think it's got Woody Harrelson, right? Yeah. That is indeed it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's tell a secret. I'm responsible for my father's death is so fucked up after we've seen what that was. I once ate an entire bucket of apples to make the other kids think I was cool. Oh, reveal how you found out your esoteric talent. I think that sounds fun. Yeah, I was in a classroom once. This one time at band camp. Yes, tell me all about band camp. Well, you see, the counselor was there showing us one of the cursed books by, one of the previous sort of like bandmates. He was called the Shadow Lord because he was like a really edgy kid. He was one of those guys who would kind of always go around T-posing all over the fucking place and spreading those memes you were talking about. And so I raised my hand and told him, it's not just like a book. It's actually a manifesto about like what he would go on to do with all of his crazy actions that we don't really talk about anymore, but what happens at Bandcamp stays at Bandcamp, especially the Shadow Lord manifesto. And so the counselor was like, no way, but I told him it was, and I went up to prove it. So then I memorized the manifesto, and I recited it line by line, and I did what was required by the manifesto to bring about, this new ideological upbringing. And so everybody looked at me, and they were stunned, and from that point on, I was ostracized for being really good at reading manifestos. The ancient aberration does not respond as you finish your school day rants. Everyone should have clapped, just like the Reddit stories. Snow looks away. He's laughing. That goblin is not allowed to laugh at you. That is not a personal secret. There's only a tall tale. Try something else, if you have anything. They are foolish. This is a great tale of your origin. Idiots! All of them. The aberration included. Cut them some slack. You had to be there, Okay. Reveal a childhood trauma. I once ate an entire bucket of apples. Make the other kids think I was cool. That is rather sad. An entire bucket? I consider it quite cool, in fact. The monster closes his many eyes and growls. Yes, that I did not know. Let me share knowledge in return. You might have heard whispers of another creeping beneath your city, one hoarding knowledge not much unlike myself. A rival, you might say. That fool refuses to do business, I'm afraid, but one of my favorite secrets is the tale of his past. The Nothic hiding under Norvik, the last of the Hagen's hags. Oh, it's a Nothic? Oh, I love Nothics. Who's out here not loving Nothics? before the game tells you what a Nothic is, let me, Zombie Burner, tell you what a Nothic is. A Nothic is one of those sort of tales of a wizard getting too caught up in magic and getting, like, too obsessed with doing certain things. And they become this weird, fucked up guy who's got, like, a single eyeball, and they really are just obsessed with, like, specific magic or like specific magic items and like having it and holding it and keeping it to themselves. And so basically what a Nothic is somebody who has discovered gamer girl bathwater and has only eyes for the gamer girl bathwater. And so I will find this Nothic and I will steal its gamer girl bathwater. An infamous aberration type creature. It is said to be created when a wizard falls too deep into the rabbit hole of forbidden knowledge, as in the wizard becomes the creature. Not a pretty sight, allegedly. Yeah, so here's some heavy lore shit. Yeah. I've been looking for Hagen's Hags. I want him so bad. I didn't realize he was a Nothic. But that makes sense. The Arcanist? He lets out another growl. The Hagen's Hags, a house of Arcanists, masters of alchemical productions, as well as necromancy. These, if you excuse my tongue, wannabe warlocks were destroyed a long time ago. Unlike certain other houses, they did not survive the fall. Publicly. There's a Hagen's Hags Nothic under the city. Himvrak. His lair moves along the esoteric shuffles beneath. Having mastered the chaos a long time ago, a truly mad genius. He arrived in the city alongside the first settlers, you see, hiding among them. Back then, he was human, set to turn the Tulin ruins into his own personal flying fortress. That he gained more knowledge than he bargained for in those halls and tunnels. The esoteric madness brought him into the darkness. His petition to Earth was the only showing he did, before disappearing permanently from human life. A petition rejected. In his gravity-flipped tower, the Nothic plots and plans. What's he plotting? His empire, of course. Not that it will ever come to pass. A lone wizard in a time of ebb does not even a party make, let alone a kingdom. Yet he stalks the halls, hoarding books, stealing artifacts. Wow, you ate a bunch of apples? Well, there's like 50 Tarrasques under the city. Good luck. The funny thing is, Nothics, gameplay-wise, are pretty weak. And if you don't know what a Tarrasque is gameplay-wise, it is the strongest creature that came out with 5e. I think there's might be stronger creatures now, like different gods that have stat blocks might be stronger than Tarrasques. I'm not really sure, but that is what the Tarrasque there is. Also, a Tarrasque is from French folklore, if you have no conception of what a Tarrasque is. The most important secret here is one none in the city knows, even those aware of that skulking Nothic below. What? He is building something, Naru. Decades of planning, all in secret. And what is that? That? I do not know. No guesses? A cursed item, perhaps? Maybe a mass charm to bring the people under his sway. But see it as a tip. In the future, if you ever learn more about this Hagen's Hags, come back and share with me. You will be rewarded. To think another remnant of the Arcanist hides in these tunnels, you must seek him out once the election is over. You can learn much from one of the arcane era. Can I ask you about your gender? I want to know about your gender. Oh, I already gave you a secret. What are you voting in the election? Nothing. Well, I'm voting the... I know what you were voting for, Naru. You do? I am listening a lot. You keep defending the Freestriders. At least, if I were to take your spoken word for it. Yet it is true. Only you know what you intend to write down on the paper, so I retract my statement. I have heard what you have said, not what you truly believe. Okay. You have no... Okay, alright, we're fine. Yeah. I get it. 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 Yeah, elections. They're crazy. They're going on. But yeah, the whole game is about the first election of the city. I'm telling you, it's Disco Elysium, but 5e. There's the Liberals Party. There's the Communist Party. There is the Fascist Party. Yeah. And then there's me. I'm the Wizard Party. I'm gonna sign a contract with you. That is good to hear. However, I must make sure first. Are you certain you wish to bind yourself to my service? Shadowy words appear floating before you. They read, I, Ragan, swear to uphold the contract of my patron Everglad. If you do simply say, yes, I wish to sign the contract. What difference is it from serving a god, really? This one at least speaks to you. How would I break it? Breaking that contract is not something to do easily. As you saw with my previous Warlock, Freya, the breaking can be quite traumatic. Make sure you think about it if you need to think about it. I'm signing the contract. Yes, my red hat goblin spitting his cigar to the ground and growling, liberals. Okay. Alright. I don't like red hat goblin, because that's just a red cap at that point. Like, how are you just gonna recreate a different folklore creature? How are you just gonna recreate a different folklore creature? That's fucked up. It's fucked up. Alright? That dude is stealing red cap culture, which is a very good representation of a communist, I guess. So, you know what? Good world building, Cry. Yes! But also, well, you were going for, obviously, a MAGA goblin, but, I'm now saying that's a communist, because he's got the little hat. The shadowy text turns red in front of you. Then it disappears. You've now signed the contract, Ragan, my Warlock. Never thought you'd be this crazy. Look around, I feel a bit strange, maybe. In a few weeks, I will send for you. We shall then see how your attunement works. We will walk a long road together. It shall be up... Darkness. Focus. The blood boils. You see strings. Shattering skull, more like. It's a puddle. Endless. Not exactly what you need right now, but you learn something from the darkness. Open your eyes. Memorized a divine hex? What the fuck do you mean, divine hex? Oh, your eyes, they are dark. Breathe. Ah, geez, I knew this would happen. What did you do to him? Interesting. I saw water. Dark water. Black Mesa, you might call it. They called me Gordon. There was a man. He said something to me. He looked like a G-man. A spell you pulled on the strings. I see it. I see this G-man. A hex? I have not seen that magic. If you pulled it from the eternal float, it must be powerful. You are full of surprises, Naru. It will be enrapturing to see where you end up. Let's out a deep echoing growl. A true warlock you might just become. I'll have to brag about this to everyone. No, Naru, this is a secret. You do not tell anyone about how you are a warlock. No? No. Unlike how you talk about all the other things you wish you were. This is quiet. See, so now it wasn't that bad. We'll see about that in the future, but I'm hoping for your sake. So now we're done? We have only gotten started, but yes, I have nothing to ask for you, for now. In the future, we will see. The monster gives you the most shockingly evil smile you've ever seen in your entire life. Amazing. Seriously, this is one hell of a deal, and this guy's clearly not as bad as he looks. Great job, seriously. A foul shortcut. Alas, you can easily break free when the time comes. Just keep an eye out. You've been through worse deals. At least this might be a backup gig after the tower shut down. I have to call him Master now? Oh my god, I signed a BDSM contract with this thing. I need help entering the Pillar of Jor. Interesting. That must mean you know where your little hunt is going to end. Through the crack of Jor's realm. Hey, I just signed my BDSM contract with you. We didn't say anything about you looking in my crack. Okay? Okay? I know you got all the tentacles, but that was for more of the bondage element, not the pegging one. The wording, crack of Jor, does not sound as ominous as he thinks it does. I know, Charisma. You make all of the same jokes I do. You have the, you know, the sort of opening hand sort of thing. I've said this, I haven't mentioned it in a while because obviously we've seen the design so much. But the fucking hand layout of Charisma is fucking crazy. You know? I don't... It's not every day you see somebody moving their hands like that. That's all I'll say. So you know how to enter it. His maw widens. The shut gate can be passed. Yes. No! He's certified to give colonoscopies? I mean, this thing certainly is. It is a big toilet monster. Oh my god. Now that you have chosen to serve, of course I will share this knowledge. Come, reach forth. Hold up my hand. As you do, an image in your mind appears. An incantation, hand movements, not quite a spell, but a passive sorts. I get it. Good. It shall grant you access in the same way your prey did. And even better, you can bring any companions as well. That backup will surely be helpful. It winks at Snell. Goblin looks positively fortvivlad. Fortvivlad. Dwarvish word, meaning desperation, anguish, hysteria brought on from mental pain. The aberration lets out a loud howl. When you get to the fool, if it is proven expedient, kill him. His value has long since passed. Bye, Master. Wait, can I ask my Master's gender now? Well, we already know, whatever. He told me that Jor called him a man. That's good enough for me. I think I have the same gender as that toilet monster. I think I have the same gender of just being like, well, I don't feel like there's anything making me a man, but like, somebody decided it, so let's go with it. That's literally my gender. Me and him are so alike. Alright, I feel like that little thing implies I can maybe do something with this elemental. Do I have that thing for controlling elementals from the Genasi girl? The Genasi girl had that thing that controls elementals. I would want to bring that before dealing with a genie. I mean, go pick it up from her, and then come back and deal with the genie. Alright. Genies in D&D are so fucked up. Literally the entire, like, philosophy of genies in D&D is, oh, you want to enslave me for my magic? No. I'm gonna enslave you for cheap labor. It's my girl, my beautiful, beautiful girl. What are you doing here, baby? Oh, I can still speak with plants from her. Crollo, welcome in. It's the most beautiful woman in the world. Hold on. It's the most beautiful woman in the world. She's right in front of me. How do I... Am I... Alright, let's see. Does he have anything interesting to say? Why, hello there, cleric. You approach the elf as she tips her cap in your general direction. This game, it is so cool. I love this game. I'm not really a big fan of Baldur's Gate 3. I think this destroys Baldur's Gate 3 in being a D&D video game. Like, this is my quintessential D&D video game of the past, I don't know, 15 years? I don't know when did Planescape come out? I don't know. But I think this is the best D&D video game I've played in a very, very long time. Also, just, come on. The sex appeal of this character. Come on. You approach the elf as she tips her cap in your general direction. I received word of your precarious delving. Delving? I'd call it a damn crusade at this point. She lets out a cackle and says, yes, that is one way to describe it. You want her face contorted in that too wide, slightly unnerving smile. No, it's not unnerving. That is not, that is cute. She is happy to see you. The rude whisper of the man in iron, how he broke the winter's plague, the dreaded Gurglash. Of course, most of this was spread by, Coco Loro no Rosso, after you saved him from that esoteric freeze. Mushroom Man's name quite literally rolls off her tongue. Highly impressive use of the fungal's primitive pronunciation. It was nothing. She leans in her staff and tilts her cap to the side. So, what will you do now, cleric? Honestly, I think I need to do something really, really esoteric. Oh, I need to enter into the... and then point towards the pillar of Jor, which is above us. Oh! Her eyes light up. You speak of... She mutters and glues her gaze into the pillar rising up into the mist. I know of primal spirits who journey through gates. Even those not long ago closed, shut, locked. Who are these spirits? Oh, they are the ones who powerful to meddle in our business, I'm afraid. Opata my teacher, Hierophant Ophidana. She is one of few creatures upon the Undercoast who knows the secrets of the leftover gates. But that pillar is no such nook, nor is it forgotten. It is simply very, very shut. There are other gates then? So many, but they will not help you. If you are looking for something inside there, the elf murmurs, I only know two who may help you, two whose influence I've heard whispers of. Galpea mias premisa tornisen, Sitin Svinsky. I don't know Finnish, I'm sorry. The Pale Man and the Sphinx, of course. Viskin? Yes, Viskin. I do not hold contempt for him despite his nature. Vartomili can be found in Everstasis' many forms, left as tutors, guardians, or watchers by the elves of stars. Viskin is similar, it seems, for now. He holds much knowledge about the pillar in particular. If you dare, you should speak with him. I don't feel like we get star elves enough. In the Forgotten Realms, you have these star elves guys, which are like star elves, but they have like the little angler, like, light on their heads. Or I guess they're like star elves. They're like elves, but they have little angler lights on their heads. I think they look so fucking silly. And they just don't come up enough in any fantasy. But, like, they tend to exist. Like, again, in the Forgotten Realms, one of the most known settings for, like, D&D in particular, but also probably just fantasy in general at this point, has them. Alright, Svinsky. Yes. Oz is the Sphinx. I'm not a usual customer. However, if you have not gained her ire yet, then she could be one to help you inside the pillar, potentially. Yes, there's others. Since you survived the trip into the Room of Pipes, I'm assuming you've already met the Master of Whispers, the one who hears the pipes. Ever glad? She nods her cap. I do not recommend it. Beyond the powers of Sinsky and Viskin, a deal with the aberration would surely allow you to enter the pillar, but the price would be steep. Yes, listen to your aberration friend. It would know well. It was pretty polite. That is not a good sign, cleric. A far mind showing kindness is but an omen of its tentacles already being around your throat. Hot. True, that is very hot. Not the time, nor the place. Her smile returns. You'll make a good choice, I believe, and I wish you luck on your esoteric journey. I already figured it out. Baby girl, come on. Primal magic proved useful. Good. I am still surprised by your affinity for the primal cleric. You could make a good druid if you stripped a bit. Nude? She nods. Yes, even the... Point at your head. Yes, cleric. I do not know of any druid of any circles who carry man-made iron upon their flesh. Not today, not since the great split, some 200 years ago. Right, that's the whole thing with the druids became wizards, more or less, yes. In short, some druids left their route to become arcanists during the war. This is generally considered to be a bad move and terrible choice for all of the natural world. She smiles. A more genuine one this time. Very, very fucking Wizards Ralph Bakshi, which we talked about recently. Wizards by Ralph Bakshi, so fucking good. So fucking good. I cannot recommend Wizards by Ralph Bakshi highly enough. There's a sexy elf fairy girl, okay? There's a cool little wizard guy. There's a fucking robot, alright? There's another, like, cool little fairy dude who's, like, around with them. And they're killing fucking Nazis, okay? There's nothing better than Wizards by Ralph Bakshi. Not so lecherous anymore. I say we need all kinds of people to keep balance, including you, no matter what you wear, what your title is. Love leans in, grabbing your shoulder for a moment. The spirits are watching you, Ragged, along the strings, wisp, little ignorant flames, some of them primal, some not. She turns to look out into the mist. They root for you. For Snell, too. Thanks. He's standing very far away, isn't he? What's up with these little pinecone guys? These are Menikainen, what the humans call Vatar. Primal spirits, they live everywhere. I think they specifically wanted to come out to greet you after ridding the area of that foul winter's plague. She smiles. They are happy. Got that stuff from Lord Pooh. Aha! Ruckus Pooney, how lovely, I hope you got along. Yeah, though I gotta ask, like, really, what is your relationship with the tree? Fine, I'll admit. I might be stringing him along a bit. String me along! No! Well, wait, this is good. If you're... Wait, are you stringing me along? Wait. Is this good? Is this bad? I don't know. If she's stringing him along, that maybe gives me a chance, but it also means that she's the type to string people along. Maybe she's stringing me along. Fuck! This is fine. Yes, nothing I'm too proud of, but some trees of the more virile variety tend to enjoy attention. Not the debaucherous kind, mind you, the kind of attention given by the heart. But if a 10-minute conversation a month gives an old tree his jitters, then who am I to deny him? It must be useful to keep that big tree under wraps. Lady Sageleaf does enjoy when the roots grow in the correct directions, yes. She gives you a wide grin. Fucking hell. Master wouldn't string us along. Okay. Alright. So you have a type. You don't think Mushroom Woman is hot enough, huh, Cry? Okay. I see you. You know what? I probably have a type too. Like, Mushroom Woman is probably my type. That's kinda... never mind. Gesture towards Snow. You're still... Yes, cleric? You hear the sneer in words, despite him standing a fair bit away. Putting words in my mouth, says Cry. Well, Master would put way more in your mouth, okay? The elf chuckles. Cute. Like, come on! Come on! I don't want to leave you. Same cleric. I had to stop by by our friend. Her lips move so fast, it looks like she's having a seizure. You could probably match that speed, though. I could match that speed, on your lips. Say hi to Coco Loro no Mano Rosso from me. Still turns to you with wide eyes. He gives you a little golf clap. I will, cleric, I promise. You watch her waddle off in a very unique walking style. Let me see. I need to see. I hate to see her leave, but I love to watch her go. Come on. Traps might be my least favorite thing about this gig. All those mushrooms? Probably second in line. No, where is she? Do not leave me. Where is she? Coco Manjorosa, where is she? Where is she? Where is my love? This is fucked. I feel so alone. I miss her. I miss her. Do I want to druid craft anything? I think we're fine. Alright. Dude, where'd she go? Should I talk with him? Oh, what got... Is that a link that you sent, Cry? Let me fix... I keep forgetting to fix that. That must be a link, right? Fuck it, I'll give you VIP right now. I need to fix it and then fix how I have the VIPs, but, for now, the easiest thing I think of whenever this happens is just to give VIP. So I'm gonna make you a VIP. You haven't been around that often. I mean, you're around in the community, but, this feels fucked up. I'm giving you VIP. Cool. VIP mouth service? God damn it. Well, it does let you run your mouth a little bit more. A message of peace. What's up? Thank you for saving me. You did the deed yourself. A little help is needed, even for the greatest of heroes. A little. Do you know Nessun? Yeah, she was just there. Alright, that's... I cast that spell for very little reason. But we did get the spell slot back immediately, so it's fine. Alright, I'm gonna run ads while I go ahead and look for the Genasi to get the magic artifact for controlling elementals, so I can come back here and control the... What is it, a genie? I don't remember what type of genie we need to control, but we do need to control some type of genie, so I'm going to get something to control elementals. So let's run the ads and go do that. Okay, this is the only way up. Cool. And away we go. Where am I going? I don't remember how to get out of this bullshit. This isn't the right way. This looks fine. This looks like it'll get me out of here. Yeah. Wait, I can just travel through Jor's pillar, huh? Fuck me, I'm dumb. Travel to Tolstad. Hello, hobo. Happy, late birthday. Happy first class travel day. What was that about VIP, South service? VIP South Korea service. It's where we get people from North Korea and to South Korea to listen to K-pop. How's it going? Mouth. It is spread through word of mouth. You know, we do get like agents in sort of North Korea to go ahead and give them the message, you know? Should I steal it from her? Should I steal it from her or should I buy it from her? Yes. Who just subbed? Was that a Cry sub? Thank you for the sub, Cry. I appreciate it. Enjoy the emotes. Oh wait, now that's just gay man now. Hold on, I need to fix that. Shit. Is that okay? It's kind of okay. Alright, that's fine. Because Prideful Gay used to be just the rainbow flag, but now it is the gay men flag, and that feels weird. It's probably fine. We can probably just steal shit from her. Alright, let's talk to her. Who is Master? Who do you think Master is? There's only one person who can be Master with all of these subs here. You're rads, so I don't even know what that means. I'm going, that a fruity bottle is really expensive. I'm stealing it. Fuck you. I am a thief, and you are not taking shit from me. The Unluck Blade. Huh. Okay. Beyond Reads. Oh, fuck. I forgot he gave me his dumbass fucking book. There we go. Plus 2 dex. Yep. Look at that. Plus 13 to my dex checks. Holy shit, my friends. Can I get it to be any better than that? Not really. Yeah, there's no way to get it better. There's no plus 2s. Rad is your attic wife. Oh, you're Rad's master. I didn't understand. No, I get that now. I thought, well, you didn't use the apostrophe, so because you aren't using all the correct characters, I didn't understand, Hobo. I'm sorry. If you used the apostrophe, I would have understood. I don't lurk enough. Rad is the one who didn't know who I was. I need you to know that Rad completely just blanked that I was a person. I was trying to talk to the fucking bitch, and he was like, "Who are you again?" I just stole her a fruity bottle. I hope that doesn't mess with her controlling her gargoyle. I think I should steal the Ring of Spent Wishes. I need to roll a 5 or higher. Let's go for it. Let's fucking go. I've stolen everything from this woman. I'm such a good person. If the training, it made him forgetful. What, you just gave him so much clicker training that all he knows now is to listen to a little... That's all he got? Fucking hell. Yes, okay. I should start clicker training all of you. I'm sure I could get like a little clicker sound to just put on my stream deck, and then I can just click it whenever you guys start to, you know, behave in chat. Can't be that hard. Unlike you, once I start clicker training you. Alright, so we want the empty Afriti bottle. That's why we just got it. And then we need to figure out the rest of our build. It's a sexy accessory at this point. Cool. My health is good. Okay, we're good. We're good. We just need to do what we can. I think Meek might be able to help me. Take that off. Alright, 26 dex feels like a lot of dex. My charisma... What do I need? I don't know what I necessarily need here. What kind of literature do I have on hand? My literature, I can get con, I can get the charisma boost. And the Unluck Blade needs to get probably replaced with what I've been using, the Moralizing Kattegat. Okay. We got the Afridi bottle. We have Meek. We got the Boots of Elvenkind, which always feel kind of nice to have. The Incense Bowl is probably not doing too much work. Getting my con up could be nice. But doesn't feel that nice now, does it? Yeah, there's not much in there as far as con. We can do the Ring of Spell Storing just to protect me a little bit. That gets me to a 20 intel. No, because I just took away an intelligence by doing that. We can throw on the Aventel. There we go. 22 dex, 12 wisdom, 20 intelligence, 8 con. That's a 21 charisma? Fuck me. We can drop the dex down to a 20 and go ahead and throw on my Dark Grimoire. That seems valid as a build. Okay. Let's go deal with the genie. I got your ass, bitch. What are you gonna do to me? The flame symbol mocks you. Use the empty Afridi bottle on the door. You pull out the colorful bottle. Huh? An Afridi bottle, ancient containment, currently empty. The voice panics. You hold up the bottle's mouth towards the door. Push it forward. Bind. No, no, what are you doing? The seal shatters, but instead of freedom, no, curse you, no! The elemental is moved, ending up in the bottle. The bottle grows hot in your hands. Then, quiet. The door is cold, empty. Right, so that's what that thing was. Brutal. The seal's gone, the door is dead. You want it to know? I'm okay. You hang on to that. I want it on the record that I'm not involved with this kidnapping scheme. Muffled yelling from inside. Shake the bottle. Don't. Muffled screaming from inside. How horrifying. Very cool. I'm quite mad at you, but yes, you've got me, the bottle says in a teeny tiny voice. Alas, I will be stuck here for another decade, which is numerically better than another millennium in a snell prison. No, no, not employment! Me fucking forcing a job application into my chud son's hands. Okay. Why a decade? Whoever made this shitty bottle put it in as a rule, most likely to make whoever steals a creature inside more likely to hide it in a trove of some sort. I'm gonna sit here for 10 years, then the next person to rub it's gonna get me as a great advisor and servant for a bit, then I'm heading straight back to Wuku. Now if you excuse me, I'm going to take a nap. Her voice goes silent. Cool. He wasn't as bad as I assumed, considering the flames. He's pretty bad. Alright, but we've finished off all of the different souls. I'm so good at video games. Do y'all see that? I'm so good at video games. What happened to the Afridi bottle? It's filled now. I wish I was filled right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's check this out. What did I do? You approach the magic circle. Each of the 4 stones around it are glowing. Goblin looks around. Looks clear, I think. The words are ancient, but you understand them. Speak the lost name at the end of the world. Let me just check what's going on. Okay, we look fine. Everything seems fine. I was just freaking out about timing stuff. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. Isk Urum. It is broken. The seal is unleashed. Watch the light rapidly expand. Holy shit, what have I done? Who the fuck is you? Jeremy Allen White from The Mandalorian and Grogu? Is that you? Snail takes a few more steps back. Uh-huh. Are you stuck? You then watch as this snail folk of a bygone era slams into the ground. Stare at it. You watch the... Oh, look at that little guy. I mean, he's a big guy, but... You watch the creature shake and snivel. Its flabby skin moving about freely, its glistening surface reflecting the light. That staff, it holds immense power. Look at the shell. It is covered in trinkets, books, vials, and all manners of esotericals. There's no doubt this is a wizard of the highest degree. Look at the staff. It gives off a faint glow in the dark of the temple. A Gate-era artifact. A magic staff befitting for a wizard such as yourself. Holy shit, that stick would go for a fortune on the market. Prepare to approach the strange snail. Hello. They shine. Can I steal from you? I think I would talk to you before stealing the staff, right? And the snail lifts his head. Inti forsta, no comprendo. I don't know why I said it like I'm fucking speaking French when that is not French. Cat speech? Really? And the snail holds up his open hand, 4 fingers stretched out, then he twists them with a snap. There we go. That should be better. I always keep a tongue prepared for the specific situation. Nothing as awkward as dealing with foreign dignitaries when you run out of your slots. I am Isk Urum, court puller of the Tulan Empire, master of the path, servant of Jor, lord researcher, and diplomat of peace. He lowers his soft head all the way to the ground. Okay. Should I really trust this snail person? Maybe it's poisonous. Are you dangerous? I'm the cleric. By Jor, do not worry, Mr. Raggin Cleric. I am not poisonous, nor do I hold any ill will. Beware, he is reading your mind. Apologies, I cannot help it. What? That's not the kind of phrasing I'd use, but yeah. Snail squints and stares at you both. Hold on, is this some kind of wizard thing? Green One, you do not appear to be as loud on the strings as your iron friend here. The snail leans upon his staff. I cannot help you but hear everything you think, Cleric. It was Cleric, was it not? What a fascinating meeting we have here. Now I don't feel like I can choose anything here since he knows all of my options. Stellman looks around leaning on his staff. Staff. My mind seems to have slipped a bit. You couldn't care for some exposition. Be careful what you think. He'll hear it. He hears this right now. What's the last thing you remember? His eyes retract close to the base as he mutters. Oh no. I was on trial. Let me guess, you didn't do it? No, I was guilty. I doomed Saul to the flames of Zeus. It was entirely my fault. This fucking guy. What did you do? I made a deal with the Red One, he mutters to himself, trying to remember. It is difficult to read his body language for obvious reasons. However, you get the feeling as he recalls more, he grows more shaken. Zeus, the great dragon of Tulam, all banned. I was the diplomat who enacted the plan of peace. We invited the dragon for an exchange of knowledge. Truth is, I was greedy. I wanted those strange, draconic techniques. The power words. Dragons use magic through speech alone. The spell you cast are derived from those same methods. I was not alone in my hubris, nor did I set this plan in motion myself. But it was me who put it in motion. Okay. Since this now reads my mind, why do I even bother making a choice of what to say? He's listening to this right now, isn't he? Blah, blah, blah. Think strange noises. Do y'all ever do that? When, like, you're like, okay, if somebody's reading my brain right now, if God's listening to my brain right now, what could I do to just, like, try to get them out, you know? I have to do something to try to throw them off my scent. I need to do anything to make it so that they don't know my next move. And the best thing to do is to just let my body do whatever it wants while my brain starts focusing on something else. And so this is why sometimes you'll find me as I am just going off on a tangent. Something completely different's happening on the screen. You don't really know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I have completely separated myself from my ego, and it works wonders on not letting the fucking brain police in. That's fun. Now you can annoy someone with your mind. Sorry, go on. I'll just think it. Someone looks pointedly around the room. Well, at least you think he does. It's more of a gurgling sound. I am personally responsible for the deaths of approximately 50,000 to 100,000 of my kin. Stare at him. Arthur went back on his word. He used his unorthodox magic to disrupt our many, many mages. Then he burned the entire city. The towers fell. The screams. The heat. So, like, the thing that ruined all the... The goblin also stares at the snowman. How did you survive? Oh, the same way the rest did. We were, as they say, lucky. We were not close enough to his anti-magic, and I could resist his stunning streak. We fled downwards. As Asus claimed our city as his new throne, we fled even deeper. A few thousand of us, the ones who remained, we hid in... He taps his staff onto the tiles. This place is where we kept our foulest prisoners. It became a base in which we organized resistance. Although some were not so keen to work with someone like me, a traitor. What did you do here? Debate, mostly. One camp were for leaving entirely, another wanted to turn to Jor for guidance. I ended up wanting to leave with my wonderful Tut. 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 Tut, tut, tut. Symphony of Smut. He shakes his head. Sorry. No, The voice who won in the end, they sought a more permanent solution to the dragon fire. Though through primal, pagan magic. I did not believe in that for a second. How long were you down here, dude? Months. Not take long for a divide to build. They imprisoned you for inviting the dragon? That, among other things. But I was never the most liked snail on the coast, but... They wanted an offering, someone to pin blame. He grew silent, his eyes shiver. The snail begins to think about things he does not want to think about. This poor snail. He knows what he must face now. Failure. You've been imprisoned here for a very long time. How long? His eyes retract as if he does not want an answer to his question. When were you in prison? I'm assuming an era of dragons occurred after our reign. However, we ruled in the aftermath of the flooding of the gates. It had been 211 years since then. The year when our city burned. During the Fate era, then. Not very long after the gates had shut. That is exactly 1,016 years ago. He grips his staff. You can hear it crack. Millennia? I was in stasis for millennia? I am sorry. Yeah, it is. Good gods. His eyes shoot out, aiming around the room. He's alone. His entire folk type has been wiped from the map before humans even held their own kingdoms. I am alone. There is no one, is there? He shakes his staff, and his dark eyes wiggle around the air. A faint glow appears as he mutters a few words to himself. I see snails. Yes, but... Scrying. He is seeing hell snails currently. Are the hell snails descendants of your people? No. Is this what you made of yourselves? He stops casting the spell, his head falling towards the ground. Gurima, you fool. You led them into this primal state? Degenerative, frozen, monstrous beasts? Hell snails. He realizes his terrible fate and lets out a mad laugh. They wanted to use the primal cold to break the dragon's fire. That bastard! He led them into pure de-evolution. It's a nightmare. Oh, Angel's grace. Tell me, how did you break the stasis I was in? I think it, you cleric. Imagine it in your head now, please. Think about your talk at the iron door. Talarma, within an iron door. They threw her in an iron door for millennia. His eyes droop down towards the ground. I cannot believe it. My actions caused... I ruined my people. I brought flames. I divided them. Yet in the end, I did not even pay for my crimes with my life. Instead, I pay by standing here, alone among the ashes. I, Ascani. And that she endured the most torturous existence known to sentience. Her soul slowly withering inside of that hellish prison. Yet after all that, in the end, he lets out a grunt, then a painful howl. Then he roars, a deep, bubbling scream, causing his glistening flesh to vibrate. When he stops, he takes his staff and slams it in the ground. I reject this string! Jor's words do not speak of a humble nature. He broke off this world to make his own path. I will do exactly the same. Who is this? He caused the genocide of his people, and he was therefore imprisoned, and has come back to a world where his people used druidic magics to turn into animals. It's fucked up. Yeah, he looks very silly, but this is very, very sad. The snail's going mad. Fair, really. I like what you're saying, Snail. Knows how to gust a win. I can fix this. What? Yeah, what? Fix what? My dear Tut was destroyed by an iron prison. That leaves her soul in pieces, not quite dead, not quite in existence. But I am Cord Polar Isk Irum. I wield strings like Jor himself. From this day on, I no longer seek power, nor achieve greatness, nor will I build empires. I will only perform one miracle. I will resurrect her. Then I will pay her back 1,000-fold for her unyielding love and devotion. What kind of resurrection? True resurrection. Not easy, especially when the strings are this weak. True Resurrection, 9th level legendary spell capable of bringing anyone dead back to life, if you believe the legends. An ebb, surely. Can you tell me more about... Yes, anything you need. I am in your debt as well, of course. He mutters to himself and leans on his staff. I now have a time limit, cleric. In 200 years, the fragment of my wife's soul will leave this plane forever, thus I can no longer resurrect her. And it will take time, but it can be done. Anything can be done. He is coping, but not in a terribly destructive way. It is possible. Improbable, but possible. Even for a snail. Fuck yes. You need anything? Just let me know. Thank you, my green friend. I don't like how I said that. Poor guy. Sad. Real sad. Real fucking sad. God. Fucked up. Any spell scrolls I can have? Oh, only a dozen, so they're deep in my cell. Any you're interested? I can dig in and get one for you. He retracts one of his arms into his shell. Ew. Or vitality? That's an oldie. I never was too good at it myself, but it saved my life a number of times. Astral projection. You have a particular taste. That is not a spell you were even able to cast, not without great unreliability. I see, too bad. No, you can have it. Enjoy. Holy shit. What can I do with that? It will tear a hole in you. Grasp it with your life. Holy shit. Considering the state of the world, it would not have the intended effect, even if you didn't know how to cast it, so it's useless to me anyhow, but I suggest studying it. Inflict wounds? Oh yes. Dangerous one. Anything else? Snowman stares at you for a second. No, you seem to have thought of all I am able to hand you, except... I'm acting really greedy. Maybe I shouldn't. Just watch. I'm standing in front of a shell. That's convenient. Then, as slowly as he retracted, he began to leave the shell. I went over the esoteric attunement from your mind, cleric. It appears the only spell scroll you do not actively think about here that you would also not already have memorized would be this. A scroll. Holy shit! What? He just gave me a scroll of wish? What? What do you mean he gave me fucking wish? What is that? It is a 9th level spell where you just wish basically anything. It is one of the strongest spells in the game. It is so powerful that every time you cast it, you have a chance of not being able to cast it ever again. And it also drains you of your life for a while. It is what genies are forced to cast when you control them. It is a wish. Like holy shit, what do you mean? By Jor and his disciples, what are you holding in your hands? Wish? I'm sorry, what? That's not, like, the wish, is it? That is wish. However, you cannot memorize it at your current level of attunement. Fem Film Bro. Snell guy caused the genocide of his people. He is an extremely powerful wizard. Yes, he is the last remnant of a magocracy before humans even, like, got to the tribal stage of economic development, you know? Yes. Attempting to cast it directly would also take, even at your level of talent, weeks, maybe months. Try to read it. Wish is one of the few non-epic tier spells that can wildly shape reality. It is arguably the most powerful and versatile of all 9th level spells. It is so powerful, in fact, that it can easily cripple anyone who does manage to cast it. The only truly safe usage of Wish is to use its power to ask for the casting of another spell, 8th level or lower. You could also ask for a weaker effect, which have been proven to be safe at times, but if you word your wish poorly and the effect is broader than you intended, then you are, as they say, screwed. You can wish for anything. I received that spell scroll from a djinn I fought alongside during the war. It was a reminder to stay humble. For those who use it for personal gain, use it as a shortcut to greatness, always end up in ashes. I did not always listen to such ideals, but when it comes to that spell, I have respect for it. One of my teachers, the great Rit Ayost, used its power to shatter the hearts and souls of 100 ice devils. In the process, her entire being turned into a permanent esoteric pocket. Goddamn. I guess you gotta stop the ice devils some way. Ice devils are some of my favorite devils because they're just like bug boys. I love them a lot. They're just like bug guys. And so they're some of my favorite of the devils. And I say this as somebody who is currently running a Blood War campaign. Esoteric Pocket is what they called you in high school? Shit. Nobody knows where you are. You're always moving around and you're really scary? Crazy. I am giving this spell scroll not to use, cleric, but as a reminder of your mortality. Mortality is not where I am. He makes a peculiar mouth movement. I like your fire. It burns bright. Anything else? I'm good. The snowman nods. I'm a wizard too. Are you now? Good to hear. It does make sense. Someone with a head so attuned to the string is usually either dipped in a soul river at birth or a powerful mage of some type, or a crazy person. Maybe I'm all three.
Wonderful. I was hoping this era of yours was acclimated for magic use as well, despite the past. I'm gonna try. Disagree, wizard. Okay, no. Okay. Oh, no, but Minnie, yes. The Tulin are naturally acclimated to string manipulation. I can cast 9th by regular limits. I had the ability to wield a 10th level spell at one point, although it was, of course, a weak 10th level spell. I called it Ilrum's Epic Traversal. It basically targeted the road up to 100 miles of it, repairing any cracks, making the journey smooth and wonderful, and generally increasing your movement speed by up to double. That is a pretty weak 10th level spell. Useful, not more than that. I guess it's one way to keep Rome running. Useful, yes, as you could imagine. We kept up to more grounded magic for anything above 9th. The actual world-changing spells would simply get you popped out of existence. Yeah, like an Alep. Yeah, I named it Esoteric Events. They apparently began during the Gate War, but grew worse during my lifetime. Yeah, we still call it George's Curse. Oh, do you now? I suppose the tongue spell translated it properly then. Can you teach me your 10th level spell? No. I'm afraid those epic tier spells are not the stuff you can share. At least, I do not know how. What 9th level can you cast? Nothing currently. When I was casting the stasis, Gurema made sure to place an ebbing seal on me. Oh no, he can't ebb! That is a curse, essentially. Makes me unable to cast anything above, in this case, 3rd level spells, so currently I'm not so powerful at all. But do not fret, it'll fade in time. Hopefully as the ley lines grow stronger all around. This ebb. Cool. There's so much to do here. I'm like trying to check on the time because I know that we might need to hop into other stuff soon. Other stuff might be happening today. We had Hobo come in. It is post Hobo B Day and First Class Trouble Day, so that should be popping up any moment, and I'm keeping an eye out. And I am maybe getting too caught up keeping an eye out. Okay. You mentioning Jor. Do you, know about the guy? About Jor? Oh, just about everything and nothing. An enigma of a wizard, Jor is. First, I'd like to ask you, what do you know about Jor? The great wizard who divides the gods. The snowman listens to your thoughts intensely. Then he asks, Beast of Jor? Is that what they call us? They also have Anticypolian. I see. The recent Arcanist trouble humans caused must have not helped the issue with Jor. That is true. The term Anticypolian appears good. It is draconic, yes. Before the closing, very good. Oh, dragons are fucking Latin? I forgot that. Yeah, that is what it was, huh? I forgot. In the old world, Temenkatl, we worshipped oppressive gods. Oppressive in the sense of absolute power. My forebears left willingly at the invitation of Jor to never again serve. So it's important to remember, our love for Jor was not subjugation. It was a partnership in the purest sense of the word. So to be clear, I am not a numinist. I have no religion. I do not worship Jor. My people were raised into self-idolization by Jor, given power, esoterical forces. When he fell after the Gate War and no longer was directly involved, well, we all held some hope he was alive, just hiding or having gone in some other state of being to shut out the gods. Logically speaking, he has to be alive. That is my input on the discussion. Because his realm still stands. I do not believe in a natural existence for his coast. I believe, although my evidence for this is faltering, the realm would collapse if Jor truly died. This place is held up by him. Thus, its existence is proof of his well-being. Not to mention the handful of messages we received, at least hint at something still existing out there. Unless you believe those messages were false, which they could be, I do not believe so. There's so much to get into with this guy.
So I've asked you a lot of questions. Do you have any questions?
A couple thousand of them, yes. I will also, of course, dive into whatever libraries you have available for information soon enough. You do still have libraries, I hope.
There's a living library hidden here.
Hold on, here? You don't mean the living library of Tulangatl?
Potentially.
Then it survived, though how wonderful. A living library is one of the greatest creations of our empire, at the very least the most practical.
You made that thing?
It's not me, it was made by the great Heklesh.
See, now Bubbles sent a ping. I'm scared. I'm scared to get this right. Probably shouldn't mention I pissed it off. You moron.
A lady she was, before my time, a great wizard of... Sorry, you did what?
Stop snooping.
He pissed it off? Did he not go through with an equivalent exchange? Oh boy. I see. Well, that is unfortunate. No matter. I am just happy it still exists, and now I know where it's hiding. I will be investigating it soonish.
Cool. I've seen books all around. You can just ask them out. Interesting. So your people are very open-minded. Oh, I completely forgot that he had a voice. Oh, imagine the Snell talking to Viskin. I mean, I could see it.
That pale man looked like an interesting spellcaster. We will see how they react. Is your people anti-Snell? I suppose they haven't been given the chance to be anti-Snell.
Maybe. He nods and his eyes jut out.
Interesting. I'm looking forward to navigating your society.
Yeah, with the fucking fascists. To the battling British, thanks. You can have a million yanks. That's what it takes to tear the fascists down, down, down. We have the Darrellian Library, just south of here. That's good. Starmer's out. Let's get more people out. I think everybody should be out. Alright? First goes Starmer, then goes everybody else.
Oh, grand. Please do tear them all down. Is that your local government, Darrow?
Think about it, technically speaking. I see.
Also, I need to ask, what is this south?
South?
Yes.
South is south. There's maps around you can look into.
This must be some common knowledge. Please elaborate.
It's a direction, downwards on the map.
Interesting. Not use inwards and outwards, with and against?
Seaward and inland? Which one's forward in your case?
With is when you move along the coast, with the movement of the sun. Against is against the sun movement.
We use west for with then, and east for against.
I see. Do you know the etymological origin of those words? I find your use of them quite fascinating, especially the fact my tongue spell does not localize them.
Of course you do. The cardinal directions are based on some early human tongue, way before we arrived in this world. We simply applied our old world's term to Jor's realm. Realistically, they all have something to do with the sun, just like yours do.
Interesting. That you base your direction on the map is very different from our way of navigation. Later, I will very much love to pore over your finding and documents, especially those maps.
There's a map in this place.
Timeline. I can see images of your current world in your mind, your city called Norvik. You live upon the ruins of my people's creation. Very interesting. But I'm interested in how you got there. You appear to be human, yes? I remember the dragons of the east bringing your people to the coast as servants. Slaves, rather. When did you break your chains, brother?
It was during the Fade era. Humans broke free alongside many others as the big ones fell. Dugrulam Dim led the charge against the dragons.
I see. I'm both relieved and extremely happy to hear of their demise.
You're welcome.
But I must ask, whatever happened to Asus? His downfall must have been at the hands of some great warrior.
It's a children's story.
Oh?
The little and the large.
A gnome befriended the Mist Titan of Ascani, and together they defeated the Great Red Dragon, Abacus the Half-Wit, and Kat Emor, the greatest of friends.
I'm getting into the voices all over the place.
You're kidding. By Jor, that is very good. Very, very good. An ironic end for such a horrid beast.
Defeated by friendship. He lets out a blubbing laugh. The power of friendship defeats everything.
May his bones be cursed forever.
Isn't that what they say about trans people? Yeah, I assumed everybody comes and goes as they please. Fuck that dragon bitch. Little folk forever, baby. Fuck yeah. Many gods were born. Hold on, let's see. Snell retracts his eyes and goes quiet for a while as he listens to his thoughts. Do go on. Do well, go on. The Fade Era after the Gate Era lasted about 1,000 years. Ah, you're at the start of a new era then. What do you call it? Post-war era. Oh, the Arcane Era brought with it a most foul war then. Could only imagine. Myself, I too was born in time after war, the Gate War, but my father saw the end of it in his youth. I'm like to read about it more, but what caused this great war? God, I'm like getting chills right now. I fucking hate life. Oh my god. Oh, we're alive. We're alive. What is the Lord of the Rings quote? I wish I was not born in great times or whatever. Fuck. Okay. To be alive is a blessing and a curse, as old Cricket says. We became great archivists and destroyed each other. Yes, I can see that. I can similarly not in any way tell you the real reason behind the Great War, but since it's closer in the timeline, if I may ask, how did your Coastal War end? The Arcanists were simply too powerful. The game was rigged against them, and thus they lost. Fascinating. It's understandable that there is no clear answer to such a complex conflict. As per usual, the victor will write the notes on history, however, so I will be sure to read there with critical stock. Stock? I stock. And your people then, they fled the Arcanists during the war? I seem to get that impression from the images I keep seeing. Oh my god, try not to imagine myself without the helm. Joke's on you, cannot even remember what you look like underneath. Nothing too personal so far, thank you. Some esoterically attuned people cannot help themselves, sonically quite dangerous at times. My old rival used to run into my laboratory and think very loud and grimy things. The most heinous scenarios you can imagine. That's hilarious. You're quite the frayed fellow, aren't you? Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Everything is a bit dark on my main monitor for a moment. Are we still up? The fuck? Okay, I don't know what caused that. Would be too personal. His eyes sucked clarity is silent. Case in point. Okay. I think we're gonna go ahead and save the game here. I might need to tell him I'll see him around. Save the game here. And let's do a little chat before we jump in to Discord with other people. See if they're all good to hang out. Thanks for watching this. We'll be back with more of Esoteric Ebb tomorrow. I think it's a very fun game. Yes, indeed, very good. Let's go see. What am I doing? I want to check this out. Goodbye, snowman. Goodbye, snowman. To the battling British, thanks. You can have 1,000,000 yanks. Why are you clipping me? Why are you clipping me? Concert. Okay. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It's been that was fun. So that's cool. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna go ahead and raid into Hobo. Sounds like they're gonna play some Chameleon. We can go check in on that. As always, wherever you are, I hope you have a good day or a good night. I know some of you might need to head to bed, so that's all good. Have a good one. maybe wish happy birthday to Hobo real quick before we end. And yeah, so that's everything I really wanted to say. So all I have left to say is goodbye.